long time ago, my friend Mac informed me that horses eat babies. I'm very tickled by that fact, and I remember hearing it. I remember asking them, is that true? They really do that? And Mac was like, yes. They trot around, they stomp around little chick eggs, and they eat the babies. And I didn't know that. And it's true. It's true. Horses do eat babies. They're opportunistic. They are herbivores, but they are opportunistic. And I did read somewhere online that the baby birds, okay, well, not particularly baby birds, but the birds do have protein and nutrients that, when you're an herbivore, you don't really get a lot of that. So it's a little bit good for them, I think. I don't know if that's true. I'm not a horseologist. I am a horse, but I'm not a horseologist. That being said, I recorded this originally, but then when I look back at the recording, I notice I do this thing where I smack my lips together whenever I'm thinking, and I'm going to try not to do that this time around. I always thought I would kind of make a good radio, not even radio, just a good voice to listen to, because I speak in this very informative way, or at least I think so, but with the lip smacking thinking noise that I make, I don't like that very much. I do think that's kind of equine of me. It's very horse-like. I will give myself credit for that. But I do hate babies. I go in the street and I punch babies in strollers. I push them down the hills. I eat babies. It's all kinds of sort of fun for me. Now, originally, this episode was going to be me reading from Reddit r/relationship advice. But I had a couple of tabs open, and I realized I couldn't do it because I hate Reddit. I don't like reading from there. All of the stories are pretty open and shut cases of people who are quite insecure, being insecure in their relationships, and the solution is to have a talk with your partner, like a normal person. But then that's the thing, though, is that quote-unquote normal relationships are they're really something, aren't they? People that are like, I am in a normal relationship with my husband/wife/girlfriend/boyfriend. Usually, I think, I don't know, it's definitely not even like just a straight people issue too. I do think that particularly straight people do have more issues when relationship qualms come to rise, because they don't really see eye to eye. I don't know. I feel like in this modern day, or at least the people around me that I see, when they get into relationships, it's usually for just to say, oh, I have a boyfriend, girlfriend. They like each other, I guess. It's like when you go on Roblox and you friend people just to friend people, I suppose. But like, there are people that like each other. I'm going on a tangent. I'm going on a horse tangent. If you don't know who I am, you're listening to Horse Radio. This is Mamo 5.3. I'm currently scrolling on Lace Market because the only babies I can tolerate are Baby the Stars Shine Bright. That is the only baby in my life that I would like to have. And I do have some Baby the Stars Shine Bright pieces, not to flex on everybody on YouTube right now. Well, now that Reddit is out of the question for this sort of video, I'm really interested in what I'll come up with to speak about. Because I think the whole point of this video was I just wanted to talk about, like, when people hear the phrase, I hate babies, they kind of don't have any time to unpack it. They're kind of just like, oh wow, okay, you hate babies. But the fact of the matter is, I don't hate the children in question. I think I more so hate the situation that happens with babies, because a lot of the situation that I tend to see, or at least, the people around me that are having children, that are having babies, are young couples. Neither of them have jobs, neither of them have income, and that's kind of something you need, isn't it, when you bring a person into the earth? They just kind of fuck around and find out, and I feel like it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to be a child and your parents are just fucking around and finding out. But I feel like, personally, everyone in life is just fucking around and finding out, aren't we? I think going through the motions of recording this a second time has given me a new clarity. It's giving me a new clarity when I'm thinking about something like this. We're all just fucking around and finding out. But the thing is, I'm fucking around and finding out without hinging someone else's life on mine. And also, I don't like that usually the couples having babies, the heterosexual couples having babies, the mother's usually doing all the pulling, all the baby watching, baby having, for certain, because when it comes to pregnancy, there's just so much there's so much. People like to say, yeah, you can die during childbirth. The craziest thing is that is not the worst thing that could possibly happen to you when you're pregnant. I feel like this is going to sound so cynical. I sound so cynical and edgy. This is supposed to be a fun starter episode, but like I feel like it's worse if you survive. Oh God, this is terrible. This is terrible. I'm talking about something so dark and horrible here. But like, you can't have caffeine. The juice from your body has been extracted from you to support this new life. It's just so many things happen. People are so judgmental too. People are very judgmental. Like, I guess I even contribute to that a little, you know? I'm like, oh God, a baby. But the thing is, I do like the mothers. I think my issue in particular is often with the fathers, quote unquote fathers, because they're not usually fathers. I feel like to endure a baby, so many things, so many boxes need to be checked. There needs to be some sort of stability happening, I think. You know, shoot me if that's a controversial take, but I think maybe there should be some sort of quiz to take before people have babies. I think that's been a thought of mine since I was in like school. Since I was in like elementary school, I thought like if you're gonna have a whole person, a whole child, you need to take a quiz or something first. You need to take a quiz and figure some things out. And if you fail the quiz, you're getting, I don't know, you're not having that baby. I don't know. It seems very dystopian. I feel like I'm far too cynical and jaded right now in this first episode. It's supposed to be so fun. But yeah, circling back to caffeine, not being able to eat, like, I think it's raw fish, caffeine, a lot of things are off your menu when you're pregnant. And I feel like, you know, that's where a chunk of the cravings come from is, oh God, I want this, but you can't have it. You can't have it, no. And the only reason I know about the caffeine thing is because I work in a cafe, and the pregnant women that come in and ask, do you have decaf? And I say, yes, mama, we have decaf. Let me get you the decaf. That's the only reason why I know that. And if you're listening to this and you're thinking, why are you talking about this topic when you know so little? It's because I'm a horse, and I don't know a lot about humans. That's your answer right there for you. I also don't know what hypothetical audience I'm addressing, because this episode, this podcast where I just speak, it's for my two most beloved friends. So if this actually reaches anything or anyone else, I will gallop into the hills, never to be seen again. The thing about babies that I think about often is that they have like a power level to rise through. Like when you're an infant, you're powerless, but then when you grow up a little, you get some strength. You get some strength in those little grabby hands of yours. One thing about babies that have realized they can use their hands, they like to grab a lot. If you've ever been in the vicinity of a baby, and God forbid you have longer hair or hair at all, and they get grasp of that hair, they're going to pull till the cows come home. It's not pleasant. But not all of them do that. Only some. But then, going back to the scaling, I believe the most powerful children are toddlers that are a little too young for preschool yet. Like mommy or daddy or grandma or grandpa or whoever, uncle, auntie, is signing them up for preschool. They're not there yet. Like, they're going to go. Because in that era, they have nothing to lose, and they hit the hardest. If for whatever reason you are around a child that wishes to strike and that child is in this specific age demographic that I'm talking about, they hit like they have nothing to lose because they don't have anything to lose. Preschool hasn't started yet, and all they have is toy and Cheeto. And guess what? If they lose toy and Cheeto, there's going to be more toy and more Cheeto. So they hit like no one is watching. And also, that is the demographic where you can play fight with them, but you can't really like apprehend them because it's like, oh God, I don't want to crush this toddler. So I feel like in that specific point in their life, that is when a baby is most powerful. And then when I say babies, I feel like that is such a broad spectrum. I refer to people as babies when they're like 12 still, or anyone under 18. I'm like, oh, you're a baby, you're a child. When I was 18 and I got my first job, that is what everyone in the office was saying to me. They're like, you're a baby. And at the moment I was like, that's rather sweet, because I don't know. You know what? I'm not even going to delve into that. No. This has been nothing. I can't upload this. This has been such a nothing episode. Whoever's reading this is probably ripping their hair out or really furrowing their brows, thinking, what on the green pastures is this horse whinnying about? And I don't even know. I don't know. I think I just wanted to talk about how much I hate babies. And now I'm not too sure what to do with myself because I'm on Lace Market. I should not be on Lace Market, by the way. I should be packing. I should be packing for a move, a big move. Oh, actually, that opens up a whole new can of worms, because I could, like, if I had a baby right now, I would be fucked. I would not be able to do anything. Oh my God, it would be terrible. It would be terrible. Like, all of my friends have said to me at least once, like, that pregnancy is their biggest fear known to man. Like, it makes them sick, it makes them nauseous to think about, because it's just terrible. I feel like, it's very frightening. I wouldn't want that either. But I think the thing that's making me really wince and cringe right now is the fact that I wouldn't be able to afford that thing. Like, the only reason I'm able to go out and do life right now is because I'm me. I'm able to just do that. I always brag about, oh my God, no, I don't got fucking kids. I don't have no fucking kids. And I want to say that for the rest of my life. Any child around me, I will eat or punch. Okay, don't quote me on that. I wouldn't punch a child. That's the thing. I wouldn't do that. A baby, though. A baby this is a different story. Oh, yeah. Okay, end of the episode.